When you think about great leaders, who comes to mind? It needs to be kept in mind that we need to be the leader and not just the boss. So, who is a leader? A leader is someone who has a vision and the path to realizing it. A leader also can be the one who inspires passions and motivations in followers. The leader corresponds to the leadership. Leadership is the use of powers and influence to direct the activities of followers toward goal achievement. It also can be a social influence technique that leverages the efforts of others in order to attain a goal. A leader needs to possess his power over the followers. Power can be defined as the ability to influence the behavior of others and resist unwanted influence in return. Powers in organizations can come from 5 major types, grouped along 2 dimensions: organizational power and personal power.
Legitimate power is under organizational power. Legitimate power derives from a position of authority inside the organization and is sometimes referred to as formal authority. The higher up in an organization a person is, the more legitimate power they generally possess. Legitimate power thus has its limits. However, it doesn't generally give a person the right to ask employees to do something outside the scope of their jobs or roles within the organization. Reward power exists when someone has control over the resources or rewards another person wants. Coercive power operates primarily on the principle of fear. It exists when one person believes that another has the ability to punish him or her. Furthermore, personal competence is divided into expert power and referential power.
The source and the demonstration of expert power generally come from the individual's level of competence and experiences. They will have the superb problem-solving abilities at the corresponding technical level. Reference power generally comes from comparisons and the comparisons between people. People like to learn from better people. If you have a good reputation, attractive personal qualities, and a personal charm, you will become the eyes of others and an example to gain the admiration of others. Leaders must use influence. Using influence makes tasks finished more effectively. A leader will use an actual behavior that causes behavioral or attitudinal changes in others in the workplace. Professionals who have influence may find it simpler to persuade others to agree with them, collaborate toward a common objective, or execute the desired actions.
There are 4 most effective tactics for using influence: rational persuasions, consultations, inspirational appeals, and collaboration. A boss has the title and a leader has the people. Leaders need to make reasonable use of power and influence. The leader needs to convince everyone by communicating their views, obtain corresponding benefits for their teams in business negotiation, and serve the company. Remember that being a good leader takes time. Although some individuals are naturally inclined to have good relationship skills, nevertheless, it's something we can learn and improve afterwards. It's always true that leadership is an action, not a position.